Morning, Rob here, not coming to you from Boltby Forest, which is where I'd planned to come today, because people are shooting in there. So instead, we're going to have a bit of a mooch to Pont Moors. There's some nice views to clear the cobwebs from the noggin. So let's see how today goes, eh? Don't let the buggers grind you down, even if the buggers have shotguns. We've got just over there Paradise Farm, which is a delightful place, little tea room that you can come to, enjoy a cup of tea or a scone, or you can get married there as well, as someone I know did. And I mean, it's a very spectacular place to get married, so keep that in mind if you're planning. If you've got a wedding on the cards, old Paradise Farm will sort you out. This way, Pop. I'm not having a cup of tea yet. Come on. This route that we're on at the moment is actually part of the Cleveland Way, which is why I know it. I've done the Cleveland Way a couple of times now. Absolutely love it. And this forest just over here, which is the one that I was hoping to go in today. As you can see, we're going to walk like right along the side of it, but not actually go in. So I was really looking forward to coming and having a look around there, but not today, because rich people would rather shoot animals. But one day I'll come back up there, because it's definitely been on the list for a while and it's not too far to get to it. You know what? There's a little track there. I've been wanting to come up here for ages. So sod them. I'm going to go for a little walk in there. Yeah. Let's do it. Pop this way. See, she's eager as well. Only be safe though. If we see anyone out like that or hear the shots louder, we'll head back. Don't want to end up with a bullet wound. So yeah, I have a drone now. What the professional YouTubers don't tell you is that they're a bit of a pain in the arse to use. You've got to spend quite a few minutes actually setting them up and getting them connected and all that. And then I was just trying it out there. I have no idea how that footage is going to turn out, but it was shaking all over the place. It's kind of like growing a new limb and not knowing how to use it yet. But we'll get there with it. Looks like we might get quite a nice view just up ahead, so I might go and have a look at that and then we'll continue on with the walk. Wow. I'll never not be amazed by views like that. It's definitely one of life's great beauties, isn't it? Yeah, I like it a lot. you can see ahead of us like the Yorkshire Dales and that, leading off towards Richmond and Reeth and all those places. And I remember the other year when I was doing the coast to coast walk, getting to sort of this point in the walk and just feeling this incredible excitement and trepidation about where I was about to go. Do you remember that bit in the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring where Sam goes, "If I take one more step, Mr. Frodo, this will be the furthest from home I've ever been." I had that kind of feeling because everything back here, like I grew up in North Yorkshire, I've explored it all a lot, but over there, not so much. So I was really excited, and just looking back over there now just makes me really want to drop everything and go and spend weeks just tootling around, enjoying myself. One day. Subscribe to this, share it around with your friends, and then maybe one day I can do this as a full-time job. That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? The shooting sounds like it's on the far side of the forest now, which is where I was going to go up onto the moors, which would make sense. So I don't know whether to go down this yonder track and explore some more of this, because it definitely doesn't sound like it's coming from over there anymore. So do we go back to the original plan? I think we go back to the original plan, guys. Pop's made the decision. She's already trotting off down there. Yeah. Tell you what, this forestry is really lovely. I feel like it's been years and years since I got to explore this kind of forest for the first time. Oh, it's made my day, that. Tell you what, when I got down to where I was parking this morning and I saw the sign saying shooting in progress or something like that, I was devastated. I thought, that's ruined my day. Had this whole thing planned out, it's going to be amazing, it's going to have a really great time. I nearly didn't do the video as well, but you know what, I got out, went park somewhere different, changed my plan a little bit, and then it's kind of reverted back to what it was to begin with, and I'm chuffed, really pleased. Because you know what, sometimes you need to give yourself a bit of a talking to, don't you? If you're wondering why I've just stopped, it's because I've seen this little cycle track and I am curious what it looks like at the top. But I might not be able to get up it because I'm an old man with old knees. Yeah, just your bog standard cycle track. I'm not going to walk all the way up there because I don't want to go uphill at the moment. But yeah, my point. What was my point? I had a point. Ow. Yeah, that's my point. Not my knees. Sometimes you've got to take what life throws at you. It might not be what you'd expected, but it usually works out. There is another Latin phrase, not solvitur ambulando. That's a good one to remember. Amor fati, which basically means to love fate. And the sort of idea of it is that You can never control what life's going to throw at you, and it's not always going to be good, but it will put you on the path you're supposed to be on. It's one to keep in mind, and to let the moments shake you, because if you persevere, you get rewarded. And I wanted this walk, thought I wasn't going to get it, now I've got it, so I'm really happy. So that's another one. Amor fati. Latin's good. Oh, blimey. Thought there might be more up here. God, this walk just keeps on giving with these views. So glad I came up here. Just going back onto what I was talking about before with having a greater love for fate. I thought I'd tell you a little story about something positive that came from a negative in my life. When I was 19, I started feeling really unwell and I wasn't sure what was happening. I was losing weight, no energy, all that kind of stuff. And then I saw my brother, who I hadn't seen in a couple of days, and he thought that I was taking drugs, but I wasn't taking drugs. As I found out later that day when I went to hospital, that I had type 1 diabetes. Considering I thought that I was going to die, finding out that you've only got type 1 diabetes was quite good news actually, as weird as it sounds. But obviously it changed a lot of things in my life, and for a long time it made me quite cautious to try things. But because of that worry that I was feeling, I ended up getting a job close to home in which my boss one day said, "Oh Rob, you're a bit weird, aren't you? You're a bit quirky. You might like my cousin who's a bit weird and a bit quirky." And I was like, "Alright, come on guys, I'm not that desperate." But it turns out it was, because she was the love of my life. She's absolutely incredible, beautiful, beautiful woman. And a year after we met, I proposed to her. And none of that would have happened if I hadn't had diabetes. I know that because the decisions that I made because of my diabetes led me to that job, which led me to meeting Millie. So you can never know what's going to happen. Life can be overwhelmingly negative at times, but I like to think that it does it with a purpose, to teach you a lesson or to bring you to something better, you know? You maybe disagree, but that's just how I like to think about it. It's not always the easiest mindset to have, but it helps. So, amor fati. Latin, son. Hey, beautiful. Come on then. You having fun down there, Pop? Pop, now, come up here. Here, come on, up to the top. No, up. Poppy, up to the top. Here. 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 Now you can roll over. Jesus. You ninny. You know how everyone has their safe space? I think these kind of forests are mine. Oh, I just feel so zen when I'm out here. Even when I've got no idea where I am or where I'm going. Oh, looks cool in there. Do I dare? Yeah. Cyclists get the best routes. Oh, look at that. What are you doing? Ooh. Go then. Let's get you cleaned off. The drone stuff is definitely a work in progress. We'll get there with it. Fingers crossed when it comes out it's not super janky. Only time can tell. We might have to just use it for steady going up and steady coming down shots. Or up high shot. Not flying around going Well, considering I've never been up here before, I absolutely love this forestry. Definitely going to have to come back again at some point, explore some of the little tracks that we've not had time for today. Unfortunately, it does mean that we won't be going up onto the moors today, sort of running out of daylight a little bit. So I will go back up there at some point. I was kind of hoping to take the drone up there and fly around a bit. I think I need to be a bit more practiced with the drone before I stick it up somewhere. I heard nice. Yeah, I'll have to be a bit more practiced with the drone before I stick it up somewhere that high up, in case it just goes flies away in the wind. Unfortunately, I think that the way that I've come has meant that I'd have to double back quite significantly to get to High Paradise Farm, so we won't be going there today. We'll be heading back to the car. So what will probably happen now is I will say ta-da! Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please do. You get to see these videos when they come out, and you get to support me doing good old walks, and you get to support Pop being a swamp dog. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da!